Hi there, Scott here. Welcome to the channel. This is my personal laptop. This is going to be a quick review. HP EliteBook 840G6. This is an absolute workhorse. This was a lot of things I haven't done before. First of all, this is the first laptop I purchased with my own money for work from the business class segment. Also, this is the first HP, and also it's the first 14-inch laptop which I purchased for myself. So there were a lot of first things, and I had no idea how this is gonna work out. But since this laptop turned to 5 years old, this thing is absolutely great. Things I love about this laptop is the metal case. The build quality is super good. Unfortunately, this laptop fell way more times than I would like to admit, and hold up. And every time I drop this laptop, the first thing that crossed my mind, I was like, oh no, this is gonna be the last time. The screen will be cracked, the laptop will not turn on, the corner gonna be completely missing, and none of that. It has a little bit of dings here and there. Other than that, it's unbelievable to me that it lasted this much. Let's completely be honest with you. In the past maybe 2 years, I'm not even carrying this in a laptop bag. I'm just literally putting this laptop in to my car as it is, under the seat or front seat, and pull it out. I'm a field technician. I'm going from client to client. It's very easy for me to just grab a laptop. For the first couple of years, the charger was not even traveling with a laptop. I was pretty sure that what I need, this laptop will last through the day from the battery. It has HP legendary blue tip charger. Blue tip charger, if you're not familiar with HP, this is literally a blue tipped, the end of the tip is blue. If I have a client and they were asking me like, hey, I need a new charger for my laptop, it's an HP laptop, I always ask like, was it a blue tip or not? 65-watt charger, very basic charger. Good thing about this laptop, it has USB-C, which can also work as a charging port. This is what I'm utilizing nowadays, this blue tip charger. There's one in my car because the battery doesn't last that long anymore. I think it's less than 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half. So yeah, unfortunately the charger is now included with my travel. But since it has a USB-C charger, there is always an option for me to charge this somewhere if it needs to be. So we have an all metal case. This laptop is still beautiful after 5 years. As you can see, the paint job held up really nicely. And again, I don't want to admit, but I have to, that I dropped this so many times. You see, corner has some damage. Other than that, I think one side maybe is a little bit loose compared to the other side. But other than that, if you're looking at the bottom, you see there's definitely scars and scrape marks. The worst thing what happened lately with this laptop, all the rubber feet fell out. I already have a replacement. I think it costed like $8 on Amazon to get these rubber feet replaced. So that's ahead of me. And that's pretty much it. Never had a single issue. This thing turns on every single time I hit the power button on it, and it still looks presentable. I can still show up with a client without being embarrassed that I have a service laptop. And yeah, this is a solid workhorse. As you can see, we have a USB 3.2 ports, where we have a secure card reader. We have a Kensington lock on the other side. In here, I have another USB. I have a headphone. This is an HP special output for a docking station. I have a LAN port in here, which I used a million times on site, and a USB-C, which works as a charger, and a regular cylinder type charger where the blue tip connects. Other than that, there's no other ports in the back. We have a large area where the laptop can take all the fresh air in. And on the left hand side, you're left-handed, then you know the warm air gonna come out at your hand. For the mouse, I'm right-handed, so I had no issues with that. This laptop was not overheating ever. I had no problem with that. When it's plugged in, the fan usually spins up quite a few times. Again, the battery doesn't last as long anymore. I'm a member of a lot of sites, and there are different sections on these sites for recommendation. People with low budget, or a couple $100 or few $100, less than $300, have these questions all the time, and the answer from us, from professionals, a lot of time is, if you have 300 bucks, what kind of laptop should you get? And the answer is don't get the consumer grade laptops. Those are crap. They're not gonna last. The plastic will break, the hinges will gonna snap out of the laptop. You can only get out a couple months, maybe a couple years out of those are absolutely horrible. You need to get a business class, get a used business class machine, somewhere between 3 and 6 years. You're gonna pay the same amount of money, significantly better materials, better build quality. They are significantly better than the cheap, technically the lowest cost consumer grade laptops. There is a lot of truth goes into that, but since I started doing this YouTube channel and reviewed quite a few budget laptop in a $300 sub $300 category, would I buy this laptop for $200 or $300 as used? No. If you go to Amazon, this is what you're gonna see on Amazon. But if you go to eBay, $120 and $150, $200, you can get an i7 with 16 gigs of RAM and a 512 SSD, and it's fabulous. That's a really good thing when it comes down to that. So let's see what's in this laptop. And we have a webcam, which is 1 megapixel. It's a 720. The good thing, we have a privacy shutter in front of that, so I can shut camera off if I don't want to use it. And we have a basic full HD screen. I think it's a 220 nits. It's not super bright. It's usable inside, not really outside. Haven't really used outside. Haven't had a need to do that. Keyboard is really nice. And we have a touchpad. And the touchpad, it works fine. The keyboard is nice. It has a backlit keyboard, which I like it a lot. This was, I think, the second laptop for me which had the backlit keyboard. Now I can't. If I have a laptop without the backlit keyboard, I'm definitely missing this feature. I like it a lot. And yeah, this thing feels good. It's nothing fancy. This is a base model. I have a Core i5 in here, Gen 8. We have 8 gigs of RAM and a 250 SSD. This is literally the low-end model, and I think it was around like $800, $900, $1,000 when it came out. And yeah, it's, other than that, it's a really true workhorse. I see this in our educational system. Teachers have the same laptop. I also have a sysadmin who was overseeing quite a few hundreds of these in a school environment. No issues whatsoever, very minimal. If you get excited about this, okay, this is a G6 and this is a great laptop. What if I get a used G7, 8, 9, whatever it is? A lot of them had battery issues. The battery was swollen. The touchpad doesn't work because the battery starts expanding, so you can't press literally the touchpad down anymore. And sometimes they broke the bottom of the laptop. It's literally bends the metal case out of shape, and it breaks them. So yeah, that's definitely that issue. Not all of them were affected. There was a BIOS update to combat or slow down this issue, but it's definitely there. Some models are extremely well built and designed, and they're great, and I'm so lucky today that I have this. It's a 5-year-old laptop, and it looks really nice as of today, you know, against the fact that I dropped it so many times, and it still holds up really nicely. So yeah, but it doesn't mean that the next generation or next series is not going to have some sort of issue, or may not have some sort of issue. So yeah, I was very lucky with this particular laptop. Again, it's a full HD screen, nothing fancy in here. Performance wise, I was happy with this. It's Wi-Fi, it's an older generation chip, still works well, Bluetooth, everything. It has a wireless display, so if you have a wireless capable TV, you can project your screen without plugging the HDMI. Other than that, you have the HDMI out, so you can have a second monitor easily. I like this machine a lot. Here's the problem. This is a Dell Inspiron. It was $259 on Black Friday. It's a 15-inch screen. It's a Core i3 processor equipped machine. And this $259 machine outperforms this i5 in every single segment. It boots up significantly faster. The graphics chip and the processor, the integrated graphics chip, is day and night. It's significantly faster than this. I will show you some graphs and charts. This laptop, this brand new Inspiron, outperforms this business class machine in everything. The battery on this thing, not that great. I can get maybe 5 hours best case scenario out of this as being brand new. If I really just using this laptop as it should with a bright screen, I can get 2 hours out of it, 2.5. I cannot get 5 hours out of this. I can get out an hour, hour and a half at this point. I could put more RAM in it, put a new solid states in it to make it a little faster. I can get a new battery for this thing, but again, 120 bucks on eBay doesn't make it worth to put any money into this thing. When I'm reviewing this cheapest Inspiron, significantly faster in every segment than this old HP. So will this Inspiron last? I own two other Inspiron, one from 6 years ago, one from 3 years ago. They work flawlessly. One of them was used during the pandemic for 8 hours a day, every single day for almost a year and a half. No issues whatsoever. So if you're on the market and you're asking IT professionals if they should recommend you to get a used business class machine versus a consumer grade new machine, I lean towards the new, even consumer grade machine. If you know what you're doing, you're aware of that this is a low budget laptop and you take care of it, you're gentle with this machine, you can't throw this thing around for sure, then this new machine is I think personally is a much better choice than getting a used machine. The good days are behind us. I know exactly what happened to this laptop in a past years, and yeah, this thing is slow now and sluggish. I'm doing a second round of a laptop giveaway. It was not advertised or announced. It's not in a title anywhere. If you are interested, this is a very last video when we're doing it. To this particular email address, send me an email and put HP in the subject line. If you did this multiple times, I will add an extra entry to your entry and we'll select a winner. And I have a brand new laptop boxed up, ready to go. It just needs a shipping address. So when you send me an email, put HP in a subject line, and I just need your partial shipping address, the house number and a name of the street. Nothing else, no zip code, no town, nothing else. Again, to this particular email address, send me an email, put HP in a subject line and put your house number and street, the name of the street, and that's it. Only for US shipping at this time. And I think we're gonna try to announce the winner maybe Saturday morning, and we'll go from there. Thank you so much if you supported this channel, if you subscribed and like my content. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. See you at the next video. Scott's out.